Channel, folks. I just finished harvesting the soybeans from the last episode, and I am currently in the process of selling them off. I just made my first load and got 69 grand off of that, so let's just get this done and see what the final amount of the cash we get off of it is going to be. Come on. Alright. We're going to have to go around the long way, which I was trying to avoid. And in case you're sitting there yelling at me, yes, I know this is a one-way. No, I do not care. Looks like I'm going to have at least one more partial load. Still haven't decided what I'm going to do as far as crops and whatnot. Wonder what to do next. Depending on how much we get, I might start setting up the rice paddy. But then I also got to consider what I'm going to plant, and I'm not sure yet. I know I need to plant some wheat, because I'm going to need that for the chickens. So I think that'll be the first thing we plant. Oof. Don't know what I was thinking there. There we go. That's a little easier to drive around town in. another 69 grand. Do not like how many twists and turns I gotta take, but that's the way it is. Anybody want to take guesses as to what we're gonna get on this last load? Guess we should probably see how many liters we got first, but so 53%. I'm gonna say we're gonna get about 32 grand off this load. Okay. Getting close to finding out if I'm right on the calculation. Like I said, I'm guessing around 32 grand for this load. Oh, I was off. 37 grand. Better than I had hoped. Alright, get back to the yard and we will open up construction, look at what it'll cost to get the rice paddy. Maybe I'll do 2 rice paddies. Okay, where do I want to drop this? Oh, maybe I'll drop it next to the harvester this time. I hit the wrong button. There we go. Alright, where am I? Yeah, I can do it that way. And right about there. There. And yeah, right there. And now we can do our second one. Want it to be a little bit bigger. Right about there. Yeah, that's perfect. Now, I gotta remember how to change the height. Oh shit, no. Remove last corner, right there. And finish. Perfect. And... oh, I wasn't done with that. There we go. Okay. With that completed, I can grab my cultivator and we will turn the rest of this into a wheat field. I want to see if it's... yeah, that's what I thought. I don't like that. Oh well, we'll just have to do this the old-fashioned way. Alright, We'll get all this cultivated up, and then we will head out, pick up the cedar. We'll plant the wheat first, and then we will plant the long grain rice. Once we plant the long grain rice, we'll take a look at our finances, because I do have that loan that I can start paying off. And depending on what it is, I forget what my loan is. I think it's like $1 or $250 or something like that. I know it wasn't that big of a loan, but I still want to get paid off, you know. But yeah, we'll take a look. Depending on how much the loan is, we may just pay it off now and be done with that part of the triple threat challenge. If we're able to pay it off, that's one thing less we gotta worry about, and we can just move on from there. Now, something else I do want to look into getting is a greenhouse for growing rice saplings. That way we can grow regular rice as well as long grain rice. I can't remember if I bought those fertilizer sprayer or borrowed it. I'm pretty sure I bought it, because if I remember correctly, I can't take out loans and I can't lease anything. Those were the rules I'm going by. So you know, I wish the GPS would catch up when you do stuff like this to fields, like splitting them in half and whatnot. Because, as you can see, this is not one field anymore. But it doesn't seem to be registering that. Maybe I need to put a bigger border between. We'll see if that works. I'm hitting the wrong buttons. Let's do a grass partition. Let's see what that did for our... Ah, there we go. Now it registered. Oh. I need to put the lines back on. Well, maybe... we'll do it this way. We'll let them start up, and then we'll switch it back to AI, or to the other. It's still not fully registering. Okay. I will worry about that. You know, another thing we can do. Save it here. And we'll leave the game and restart it. Maybe that'll help. We'll see. Okay. Nope, still up. There he goes. Oh. All right. I love it when a plan comes together. Now, one thing I am still annoyed about is the bottom left corner. You got those 3 dots. That happens every time I start the game, and I don't understand why. If anybody out there knows why, please leave a comment. Let me know what's going on. If it's just a startup feature of the game or what. I am playing on PS5. I don't know if that makes a difference or not. Ah. I'll have to clean that spot up later. Those of you that are watching and following, I appreciate it. I am trying to get this channel started. I'm not good at streaming, never have been, but I do like to try new things. And so here we are, giving this a shot. Figured there's people out there who might enjoy this content. And I want to be able to provide stuff to people that they're going to enjoy. I also enjoy chatting with people, so as I said before, leave comments. And I will gladly respond and chat with you all as possible. And like I said, I will go through and do cleanup on all of this later. Oh, I hit the steering wheel. Let's see here. I do love this new GPS feature on FS25. I wish they would have had it for 22. Would have made a lot of things more fun and easier to handle. I am curious about how the modders are going to make it work when they start modding new maps and whatnot. If they're going to have to create the lines themselves or if it'll just auto-generate. If you like my content, you should follow some of the other FS streamers that I know of. There's Renoman Buck. I enjoy his content. Fearsome Rhino and his group, the squad and all them, they make great content as well that I enjoy watching. And then there's Zork, who gave me the idea for this triple threat challenge that I'm doing. He's another one. And then there's Casually Farming. He does a lot of good content as well. I don't know any of them, never played with any of them, but I do enjoy their videos. Good way to clean up right there. Does look beautiful, doesn't it? Oh, there goes the train. See, after I get all the crops done, it's gonna become a point of arbitration waiting. As I said before, I will do some contracts, but I don't want to rely on them to make the money. So, I could get chickens, but I would have to buy feed for a while. Which would mean I'd have to get a pallet for, get a forklift to lift the pallets and whatnot. Not sure. We'll have to look in the sales, see if there's anything we can use as well. Nope, just a sprayer. Nothing in the sale but a sprayer. What are the odds? That was the only thing there, too. That is just crazy. If we would have had the money for it, there was a Merlot, actually 2 Merlots in the sale earlier, and I just didn't have the money for them. One was like 68,000 and the other was 88, I think. And Merlot is quite a nice little telehandler too. Let's see. Yeah, I think we might do that. We'll look into the forklifts, see how much they are. Maybe the telehandlers, see what's cheaper. We can look into the skid steers as well. And then we might buy some chicken feed. And then start getting into the chickens. I mean, we're going to need a skid steer, telehandler, or something of those lines to deal with the eggs anyway. So we could always buy it now, and even if we don't start with the chickens until we harvest our wheat, we could at least have everything ready for them. Should be able to start doing the up and downs after this pass, I believe. So we'll hit that little strip up there, get that cleaned up, and then start on our up and downs. Or we might just let a worker handle the up and down. And then we can start looking into other stuff. Ooh. Okay. Oops. Helps if we put the cultivator down. If I can get the Merlot or something like it, I think that's what we'll go with, because we can also use it like a tractor and attach our seeder and stuff to that as well. Alright, let's put a worker on this. Let them do their thing. And let's look. I wish I would have bought it sooner. It was a much better deal then. Alright. I mean, we could still go with a skid steer for 35. $800 for the pellet fork. Oh, we could also get our stump grinder finally, too. Yeah, let's do that for now. We can always get a Myrtle later. So we'll get those. Just out of curiosity. Chicken feed. 1,000 liters. We'll buy 3,000 liters for now. Take this, we'll convert it to a flatbed. Load up the chicken feed. That mirror's right in the way. Alright. Now we can load up the chicken feed. Never been good at this part. what's going on there? I think it's stuck in the ground. Okay. One at a time, I guess. Well, crap. This thing does not like the weight. I wish we could add weights to the back of here. Come on, back down. Drive this back to the farm and park it for now. You know, when I was doing my randomized animals, I was really hoping that it would land on either goat or water buffalo, because I really want to check out the new animals, and I haven't had a chance to do it in any of my playthroughs yet. But unfortunately, it landed on chicken. So we will raise up our chickens, and perhaps we'll get some water buffalo or goats later on, if we don't fail this utterly. Alright, we'll park right next to here for now. I wonder if they'll just take the chicken feed right off of here. Or if I'm gonna have to get the pallet jack. Leave that. We'll go purchase a few chicken. And get one rooster. And we'll get, let's see, I can have 360 in here. We'll start with 20 chicken and one rooster. Yeah, 20 chicken, one rooster. We'll let them fill themselves up. Let's take a look at them here. Yeah, it looks nice in there. Now, I don't think I need any water for them. Actually, I hope I don't need any water for them. Nope. Just food. We definitely need more, but that should hold us off for a little while at least. Let's see how our workers doing. They're still messing around out there. Let's look at possibly getting a secondary tractor. Go with this Challenger, which could be upgraded later on. I just don't like the fact you can't put anything on the front of it. Deutz-Fahr again. I do like the Deutz-Fahr. I'll show you the tractor I really want to get my hands on. It's this bad boy right here. Yeah, that would be nice. But it's not in our price range yet. I mean, we could go with this 4755 or even the 7810. I think we'll go with the 47. Put some narrow tires on it, so we'll have our narrow tires. It's only 75 grand. We can get that. That gives us a second tractor finally. And it's a John Deere, which I do love my John Deeres. Oh, we could have went with this one and upgraded it later, but again, you can't put anything on the front. Planter would be nice. At some point we will, because I want to do some soybeans later. So we'll probably buy that one when the time comes. Alright, let's go get our John Deere. Now it is a smaller tractor than the Deutz-Fahr. I don't think we can do any customization to it either, but we'll check anyway. Yeah, just the tires. It's a shame. I really don't like the fact that it's got that black bar down the middle of the window. So take this, hook up to the seeder, start planting the rice. Nice thing about long grain rice is we don't need to flood the fields until tomorrow or next month. So so that's not going to be a concern right away. I don't know how many of you picked up on it, but I made sure that the water pumps were basically next to each other. So when we flood one, we can just quickly get over to the other and flood it at the same time. I actually did that on purpose. Alright, let's switch this over to long grain rice. Lower it, turn it on. Oh, I forgot to turn that off. We don't want seasonal growth on. We want seasonal growth off. Everything else should be good. Okay. This is a rice field. Alright. Two rather large fields here. There we go. And now I gotta save up to buy the rice harvester. I was not thinking through everything. I may end up having to sell some stuff, like a tractor or something. That's alright. We'll worry about that when the time comes. We can always sell our house too. Alright. Need to check in on the other worker here soon. Looks like they're about halfway done with the up and downs from this angle. Well, about halfway done with the up and downs, and then we'll get them started elsewhere. Well, actually, they won't have anywhere else to go. We'll have to figure something else out for them. Keep looking at how bare this area is, thinking about all the things I can place down that make it look nice. Different sheds and whatnot. And I believe that patch of woods right over there is for sale. And if it is, and I'm right, I wouldn't mind buying that land right there in front of us as well. Placing down like a wood production or two to produce the wood we'll need to finish the temple. With this triple threat challenge, my ultimate goal is to end up with at least $3 to $4 million in the bank before we're done with it. Now, I'd like to have that done within 5 years game time. Whether that be possible, I don't know. We'll have to see how things go. Might take us longer, we'll see. And we'll have to clean up that corner right there. Yeah, that's better. Alright, and just keep going around, finishing this up. You can see how close I got the 2 water pumps. This line for such a tiny space, but every little bit's gotta get hit. Well, we're gonna start skipping lines just because it's so hard to get turned. So we'll start going every other line on the up and downs. That's just the way I prefer doing it. Makes it easier on the turns. Get done here, and And on the next field, we'll let a worker take care of it. And start looking into some other stuff. Maybe we'll look into some contracts. Ooh, it's going to be another tight corner. Okay, this is coming along nicely. Now we're gonna have to make a sharp one just to get back right there. So we'll just come out a little ways and try to make it as painless as possible. Once we're done for the day and asleep, we'll have to remember when we get up to flood the fields so we don't lose any of our crop. I do like the way those turned out so close to each other. I didn't think I'd get them that closely together, but I'm glad I did. Slowly getting her done, folks. You know, I'm really enjoying taking on these challenges and exploring the map. I don't know if you're just now joining us or whatever. Last map or last episode, I was talking about how in the off time between episodes, I went exploring and found all 25 of the collectibles on this map. And I guess I could take on a little trip over to the temple and show them all to you. Of course, it'd be nice once the temple's complete to see how it all looks with the collectibles in there and everything. Yeah, some of them collectibles are hidden quite well, I might add. Locations you wouldn't really expect to look. Oh, there's another YouTube streamer that does farming simulator videos. Goes by Daggerwin, I believe. I enjoy his videos a lot, and I've been watching a lot of his. And he was talking about how he felt like there'd be some near the temple, which there are. There's actually 2 in the woods around the temple. And they're not easy to find, but if you know where to look, you can find them there. Alright, we're going to leave this one to a worker. We'll have them start with the headland. And good luck. Let's switch over here. Yeah, they're almost done. Well, explore my options. What am I doing? See how much the rice harvester is. 95,000. So I'm just under halfway there. Let's see what kind of contracts there are, because there's some I just don't want to handle. Could do a deadwood contract. It's only 750, and there's how many trees? 5 trees. It's not really even worth our time. Now, if we had a wood production, we could use those 5 trees, put them into our wood production, call it good, but yeah, that's not worth our time. A couple fertilization ones. 17 and 35. 17 ain't too far from us. Neither. Well, they're all quite a ways from us, but not really. Harvesting contract. This is for what? Sunflowers? I don't have sunflower harvester. That's for corn. I don't have that. Two plowing contracts. I would prefer to own the equipment before doing it. I mean, I mentioned before, I personally don't see borrowing the farmer's equipment as leasing, but I know others do. But I would still prefer to own the equipment. How much is a decent plow? Because I'm going to need one eventually anyways. That's a 1.2, 2.5, 4.2, 4.9, 6. I don't mind if it takes time to do. Because we can always upgrade it later. That's a decent plow for me. My tractors can handle that, no problem. Once they're done cultivating, we'll put them onto the plow and then take those contracts for plowing. So we'll do field 1. It's going to take some time, but that's okay. And field 47. "19 trees. We might take on these fertilization ones as well. Are they done? Sweet. We'll go pick up our new plow. I want to eventually put a proper roadway through here. Maybe I'll put it in using gravel paint or something. I haven't decided yet. If we ain't got enough by the time the rice is ready, I have no problem selling one of my tractors. We can make do with one tractor. Make sure it's actually plowing. Maybe I should have switched the head the other way around, but it's already going. Like I said, this may take us a while, being such a large field with such a small plow, but I'm trying to save some money so I can get the stuff I need. Have to keep an eye out so I know when the AI worker is complete on the rice field, so I can switch them to wheat and put them to work on our other field. There we go. Good catch. There it goes. Looks like we're gonna need to get some fuel soon for this tractor. Unfortunately, I ain't got a fuel tank yet, so we'll have to drive it to the gas station, which I think there's one on the way, but that's alright. We're just going to keep plugging along, getting this field plowed. Just keep plowing along. Eventually we'll have it all plowed up. Let's check the map here. Yeah, they're not close to being done yet. Keep going, Betsy. You can do it. I think we might have hit a rock right there. Now, I do have field stones turned off on this because I hate dealing with field stones. But I'm actually considering turning them back on, which is something I almost never do when playing Farming Simulator. Just because I think I can use them if I ever get the cement factory going. I consider turning them back on and then collecting them and just dropping them in one spot. I'm pretty good, Parsons. Thank you. But back to like I was saying, I'm considering turning on the field stones, collect them, drop them in the corner of my property, so that every time I go, or whenever I get my cement factory up and running, I can have them available and just drive them all over at one time. It's something I've been considering. I haven't decided yet. Well, I was saying before, we just got to plug away at this for a while. There's nothing to it but to do it. Okay, I don't know what's going on there. Really wish we had bigger tractor, but it's all good. Well, we're slowly getting there. We're at 21% already. Let's look at the map and see where our worker's at within our field. Oh yeah, he's plugging away nicely. Won't be too much longer and he'll be done. Let's save this right here. Yeah, we are currently having a bit of a snowstorm right now, and I'm afraid we might lose power. So I figure I might as well save it right now, just in case that does happen. God forbid it does, but if it happens, I can always run out to my little tarp shed, grab my generator, and plug everything I need into it. Actually, I do have 2 generators, so I can run my whole house if I needed to. Alright, let's see where our other worker's at now. Still just plugging away over there. Pretty quiet night in the chat today, I see. There we go. Get lined up properly. Oh. 26% done with this field. Yep, it's gonna be a nice, quiet night. Okay. Looks like I got one, maybe two more headlands left. Oh. You know, I never did check to see what the requirements on this plow was for horsepower. It's a little late to check now, but I am curious. $160. And I believe the Deutz Fahr is right at the peak of that. No, it's at 230. It should be having no issues pulling it. Working speed on that. 7 mile an hour. Okay, so alright. Oh, this is taking me more time than it should. Uh-oh. They're either out of fertilizer or they are out of seed. Let me go see what's going on with this worker here. Oh. You're gonna need seed and fertilizer. Alright, let's do this. We will set this up to a worker. And we'll just leave it to it. And we will go back to here, buy the seed. And we will buy some more fertilizer. Pick up our seed and fertilizer, finish up that long grain rice field, and then switch over to wheat. Okay. Now I gotta remember where he left off at. It looks like he was up here maybe. Yeah, right here. There we go. Now we're back at it. Hope our worker's doing all right over at field 1. Now that I think about it, I believe I can harvest long grain rice with a regular harvester. So I don't need to worry about getting the other harvester anytime soon. If that's the case, I can look at doing some other stuff. Yeah, I'll get it all figured out. There we are, final strip. Now we're going to be moving on to wheat. Plant that so we got plenty of wheat for our chickens. And now we're on to the wheat. %41 on field 1. Saving. All right. I wonder if we'll see any of the baby chickens during this gameplay. Oh, all this takes forever. Oh, she almost got away from me. Okay. Okay, one more loop. We got two more passes on the headland. Oops. Apparently I shut off my guideline. Okay. I want to check on the chickens. See how they're doing with their food. Yeah, it seems to be going alright. The rooster looks like the only full-grown one. Look at all these little chickens. That one almost looks like a pigeon. Alright, let's open this up. Yep, there we go. Yeah, they do not look like chicken. So, health is 10% at the moment. You know, I'm curious about my fertilization right now. Right there we are. Okay. So I can fertilize it next month. We're gonna go see how this guy's doing over here. They're at 50%. I just want to look at the soil, see how it looks. Yep, he seems to be doing just fine. What worker do we have here? Oh, it's May. Hey, May. Who do we got working over on this field? Can't see. Is that Chuck? Yeah, I think that's Chuck up there. So Chuck and May are working today. Weeds are growing, it needs rolling. We don't have a roller yet. We can always drop the herbicide on it later, so that's not an issue. Ooh. Need to pick up my supplies down here. Can't believe these drivers on here. Okay. think I'll save that last. Load these up first. Okay. Okay. I think that's all we can really do today is finish up our seeding of the field and finish up these contracts, and I think we're done. So I will finish up all that off screen and see you guys back here next time. I think we're gonna end the stream right here. You guys have a good evening.